Oh my goodness. Sorry for the wait. For all the times that we've been on time, I just made up for it. And there's a cat trying to get in somewhere. Oh my goodness. What's up? It must be Monday night. It might be Tuesday by now. I'm not sure. We're so freaking late.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's totally my fault because StreamYard did an update and Windows did an update, and it's been so hot in my office that I haven't been able to even use my computer at all. What's up, Remy? Hi, Peggy. Hi, Mama Four Sons Lola. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Aya Rising. Gee, that was horrible. That was not an attempt to be fashionably late. I apologize sincerely. And now someone's got a cat problem.
I know. Oh my gosh. These guys. These
Been one of those
freaking
days.
cats drive me nuts.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't sleep for a couple days because of mine. It was super fun. Hey, thank you, next. Hi, Captain Obvious. Thank you guys for coming over. I saw someone say, I'll check back later. I was like, no, I can see you. I just can't get in there.
Okay, I see the
Ridiculous.
chat now.
I was super excited too about the StreamYard. It's not plural, by the way. I was super excited about the update because I'm like, oh, they're going to do cool stuff for the free, for the free streams. But no, it disconnected everything. Hi, Potty Mouth Mama. Thank you. Next live chat reminder.
Thanks for
Dude,
being patient,
yeah.
everybody.
Thank you for
Today
being
has
here.
already been so bad.
Yeah. Tell us about your day. I'm kidding. Hi, Mary Winson. Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm really hoping that I don't, I just don't want to sound like I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. You know what I mean?
You sound fine to me.
Okay.
Hey, Lucky Lou, what's up? Ooh, Winky's there too. You were still on the old one? Yeah, maybe I should. Well, whatever. People will figure it out, I think. We tried. Let's say we tried. Okay. So,
So
we
we
give them a
missed
couple
last
minutes
week.
or?
That's one thing.
Yeah. We did
Sorry,
miss last
everyone.
week. Um, that I won't take the blame. Well, should I take the blame for that one?
Um,
I can. I don't
we
care.
have real life stuff, and then my central air quit working, and so
No. So you were
I
warm.
didn't. Huh?
So you were warm.
Yeah, that pretty much disrupted everything for me.
Yeah, I right now I'm sitting in a room that's 105 degrees, and I tried everything I possibly could to avoid it, but no, StreamYard's like, screw you. And our password is remarkably complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the authentication is cool. So yeah, I and then Windows just updates you whenever, so it's fun. But there were some
Thanks,
updates to
Winky.
StreamYard, so
Winky's telling people in the other chat
thank
to
you,
come over.
Winky. Winky's awesome. So
Yes, Captain
yeah,
Obvious, I'm so glad that Monday is almost over.
yeah, it's almost over, and so is our stream. Okay, good night, guys. I'm just kidding. I wasted enough time here with Windows and all this other garbage. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, so I'm gonna get into the disclaimer
Okay.
because we want to be a live stream channel so that people can either lurk or participate as they choose. But in reality, there's other stuff going on. We know, right? So we kind
Yeah.
of end up being more of a replayer, which is cool. Totally awesome. And thank you for the thumbs up, thumbs down. Thank you for the thumbs. I just love saying that. But our disclaimer is that we are not relevant and we know it. We don't have everything figured out. We have similar views, but we don't always agree with each other. In fact, we love to argue with each other, even though we haven't had a chance to talk anymore. We're we're just trying to make determinations using logic and discernment. We might not do a good job, but we might do a good job, by the way. But we might not, and so disagreement with our views is welcome either in the stream, in the comments, wherever. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. And I rising, I do have a ceiling fan, thank goodness. So that's our standard disclaimer. And this week I just want to add so that listen, we're on YouTube. We're in an argumentative community. We're in an emotional community. And I just want to say, we're going to talk about something conceptually that happens all over YouTube.
Right.
And it's not related to any one person. And it could be related to every one person. I have a channel. It can be applied to me. So I hope that everybody will take that into account and come agree, disagree, or just lurk.
What happens in our community is definitely the inspiration for our topics, but we are talking about things conceptually, instead of necessarily specifically about specific people.
And I see this happen all over the place outside. I have to be honest, I didn't spend a ton of time the last couple weeks in our community. I did take a bit of a break. I saw some stuff today and yesterday, but the world is on fire. I don't know if anybody noticed, but we're on the brink of some pretty fun stuff economically. So I've been paying a little bit more attention to that than I have the he said, she said. But,
Yeah, and I actually was thinking about mentioning that later because, the economic situation really
awesome.
all over the world, it kind of, what we're going to talk about, it kind of reminds me of the economic situation that everyone is probably, everyone's probably being affected in some way or will be affected.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with what you said. What we're going to talk about today is we're talking about, people that use this platform to make money from being a victim of words. And if you don't use this platform just to make money from being a victim of words, then nothing we say should upset you because it doesn't apply to you.
Right. That's a good point. I'm trying to think, does it apply to me? Attacked!
Well, it's not just being a victim of words, okay? Because everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people get very upset if someone talks about them or disagrees with them.
Yeah.
But there's some creators that go out of their way to use the words being used against them to profit, and exploit it, and to make money off of it.
It's a thing. And I gotta say, some people really like it. Like, for some viewers, it's fun to feel like you're doing something to help, right? I'm one of them. I have been. Not right now, I'm not. Circumstantially, sorry, ain't happening. But I have been. And so I can totally relate to both sides of the coin, by the way.
Yeah.
And they are both sides of the same damn coin. I'm sorry, they just are. And I can relate, So, on that note,
so the potty mouth mama says, wait, can we make money off of the words used against us? I'm going live right now.
Yeah, I can address that later. Remind me, because I'd love to actually address that.
Well, I mean, that is what we're talking about. Like, people that feel like they're a victim of words. I mean, sometimes things are being said about them that are untrue, you know,
Sure, of
and
course. A lot of the times.
sometimes they're extremely true. You know,
Yep.
either way, they get upset about it. So certain creators get upset about it.
Well, and
And
to be fair, though, a lot of the times we all are. Listen, we can all be upset about what is said about us or how something is said about us. I mean, somebody could be saying a true statement, and it's the way that they say it that upsets us, right? But in my in my opinion, it's what you do about that upset that that's what I think about. What are they doing about their upset? Like, are they, you know, are they publicly displaying it or not? And I can give some examples. I'll just use myself if I need to. That's what I was talk about when addressing Potty Mouth Mama, because I would only really use myself as an example in that. There's all kinds of stuff that we can be upset about. And nobody's here to say nobody has a right to be upset if somebody says something wrong or what do they call it? Lying on you. I never understood that, but
yeah,
lying
I
on.
hear that a lot lately. And to me, that's a Southern thing. But I've heard
Oh, okay.
I've heard a Northerner say it lately, which
A
is
lot.
odd. Yeah.
Hi, gender locks, mom. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of instances where people could be upset or something just grates on your nerves or whatever, you know. But it's hard for subscribers sometimes, I think, because we feel as a subscriber that you want to try to help the situation or make it better. And usually, and I've had this conversation privately, the only thing that we feel like we can do is offer consolation with our words, right?
Hmm.
Or throw some money at the situation if we are, of that particular, if we're able.
Hey,
And
Blue
some people,
Topaz.
if we tell pals, what's up? And hey, Nada's Kitchen's here. And some people aren't able, but they'll do it anyway. That's always a good time.
Yeah, I mean, basically, people realize that if I'm a victim right now, there is a good likelihood that I'm going to get donations from it because people want to make me feel better, you know, as a creator. And they seem really upset. And
Sometimes.
yeah, I mean, some of them seem really upset, and some of them seem really angry, like over the top, angry ranting.
Yeah.
And I think that it's true that their ego hates what's being said about them. I mean, their ego hates it, but they love the fact that being a victim is going to make them richer, especially in that moment because the donos are going to start coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
they're angrily ranting, but they're glad that it's happening because they're going to get donations from being a victim of words said about them.
Yes. I'm waiting.
You're waiting what?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at the note here. I'm waiting. So give me an example of, maybe, something that might spark a dono coming in.
Um, Let me see. It's that, I was called an e-beggar. I was called a narcissist. I was called a doxer, a liar.
Uh-huh.
They say I don't have any content. My name is in their mouth. They
Yeah.
twisted everything. And so what if I took their wrench? Somebody's mad at me because I took their wrench, or they talked about
Oh,
my
wrenches are
kid. They
crazy.
they
Yeah.
said that they're a better mom than me. Just
Okay.
like all that stuff, all the
Black Card,
stuff
it says,
we hear.
personally, I think subs throw money to be noticed and treated special for those few minutes. That can be true too, for sure, at times. That could be
Yeah.
definitely true. They use it, and by the way, hi Black Hearted. I missed you coming in. They use it like a game. Some people, I would have to agree that some people do. And then, I mean, sometimes people like really just need money. And, I can relate. I get it. Donuts for
It's
days.
it's just it's manipulative to me because I don't think that they're as upset as they act sometimes. You know what I mean?
Do you
Just
think
their
that
ego is
you're
upset.
Do you think that you're, because I ask myself this a lot of times when I hear this behavior, okay? Because I'm just going to say, not just this year. Yes, we all do need money, indeed. Not just this year, but for the last couple years that I've been exposed to this community, things in life have changed for a lot of people, okay? And there have been many, many times that um, I think I could have gone live and cried. Uh, but one time I went live and I was talking about something that was going on, and all of a sudden people started sending me money, and I was like, I gotta watch what the hell I say
Yeah.
because people will think that they're doing that they can fix this, and they can. And I'm not saying money doesn't help situations at times, but you unless that's what your goal is for me, right, with the channel, I have to think about that because I'm a subscriber more than I am doing anything on my channel. Um, and so I'm always trying to put myself in the shoes of the people that are listening to the stream, and I have to ask myself, am I being jaded about this? Because maybe they're more sensitive than me. I don't know. Maybe they really are. Thank you, Nexa. Michelle says that she agrees with Speak Truth with Love. What the last thing you said? But I ran on a rant after. And thank
I
you,
think
Next
it
says I'm a
was
sucker when someone starts crying.
I think it was, I was just saying that a lot of times it is, to me, it is blatantly manipulative. But
Mm-hmm.
that, like, I see it, and I think that some people don't see it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they haven't dealt with certain personality types in real life,
Yeah.
and or they haven't had the benefit over time of seeing these personality types on YouTube. And
Yeah.
so they don't realize that they're being manipulated. Especially, like, one of the things is when a creator is ranting and they're saying something like, no one's been through what I've been through. I have been through everything, and you jealous
Right.
bitches just want to hurt me. And then, right in the middle of their rant, they completely change their personality and say, "Oh, thanks for the PayPal, Amy. You're so funny. I know, girl. Anyway, I am a mother, and how dare you? Blah, blah, blah." It's like, come
Yeah, you're
on,
a mother, all
people.
right.
It's just so manipulative.
So Captain Obvious says, but do morals ever come into play on the tubes? I wonder about this a lot. And for me, that's a gut check. For me, if I wonder about something, that's telling me I need to steer clear. That for me, that's a total like, oh, yep, this is bullshit. Sorry. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but you know what? Listen, I have known, like in my gut, that someone was about ready to go live and lie. Not a friend of mine, anybody I've ever been affiliated with, but watching from the outside. And I could see the live, I could see what was going to happen. And when they started crying, I still wanted to give them money. So I can be manipulated like that. But to me, Captain Obvious, that's a gut check for you, I think. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy. But
And
yeah,
some of the creators that are victims of words, their YouTube friendships seem fake and bought.
yeah.
And I just hate the idea of people with limited funds being played. Like,
Well,
if you
yeah.
have the money buy some fake YouTube friendships with creators, that's fine. I don't care. knock yourself out. But I hate for people to be played, especially if they really don't have the funds to begin
Yeah.
with.
It's hard because, listen, it's up to every individual to decide what their priorities are, right? But with the state of the world right now, some people chose not to give out PayPals, for a period of time, or they turned off their super chat, or they just turned it on during the Rona, or, like people have made different decisions based on whatever their perception of the world is. But opinions are not facts. And you get to have your own opinion, but you do not get to have your own facts. And the fact
Right.
is we're fucked. And that's the part that's scary is like, this is entertainment. And if you're paying for entertainment, that's great.
Right.
But know that you are paying for, and I'm sorry, this is just my opinion, and you can tell me I'm wrong. You're paying for entertainment because I cannot come on a live and expect you guys to pay to fix my car. I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
Right.
That's for me, it's ridiculous. For other people, it's a way of life. It's a way of life.
If you have the money to support creators that create useful, inspiring, or just entertaining content, that's great, because I believe that creators deserve to be supported.
Yeah.
If you've got it, that's fine. And if you want to pay people to be victims of words, that's fine too. I
Mm-hmm.
just hope that people realize what's really going on.
Yeah. I think sometimes we do realize what's going on and we still, do it anyway because it makes us feel good, I think, is what, you know what I mean? Um,
And I also hope that
high
people
five.
realize that if you donate a lot, you can get more attention from creators,
Yeah.
but that should tell you what they really care about, and it's not you, it's your money.
And yeah, it is. And what Michelle's saying is you are paying with your time by watching and listening. I agree. Thank you. Next says that she views it as entertainment too, because that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. You're not, I mean, okay, I have now, look, um, be crazy, but I've taken part in live streams where there were charities, right? For a removed person, a person that wasn't part of the channel, where it was a collective group of people within a community and they gathered money up for somebody, right? Sin knows exactly what I'm referring to. And that's, in my mind, a different situation. Or if people are doing a fundraiser for whatever, I think that can be different. We're addressing just like, so and so called me fat. So and so said I had a lisp. So and so said I have no front teeth. So and so said, I, whatever, make up your own insult ad nauseum. Paying to hear fighting. A lot of times people are paying to hear fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's how they want to spend their money, I mean, it's up to them. But people should also know that some of the shit's bullshit. Some of it's just
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah. Some of it recently looked really fake to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Wunson said that she got in trouble from a creator for super chatting another creator. Yeah, I've heard of that happening. Because, I think sometimes creators here realize that there's only so many people in this true arguing community. And I doubt there's a whole lot of new people entering this community
Yeah.
all the time. Or at least I hope not, for their sake.
Yeah.
And so there's a limited amount of donations in this
Yeah.
community. And so, yeah, I think that some creators do get jealous if somebody else gets donations instead of them.
So you're saying that there's only so many slices of the pie?
Right.
Because the way that I initially looked at it is very different than how I look at it now. The way I used to look at it was that somebody donating to um, another channel that, would say bad things about me isn't necessarily also going to donate to me, right? They're not going to super chat me or PayPal me. But you know what? That's actually not freaking true. You're exactly right from my experience over the last year and a half or whatever. That's not true because I've had people come to me on the DL and been like, "Hey," about vaping and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
"Don't tell so and so because they hate you." And I'm like, "What? Why? Who cares?" But yeah, so it happens. And I'm sorry to hear that you got in trouble from a creator for super chatting another creator. That's odd. That's really odd. I don't know why anybody would publicly. That's a bad look for me. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Speak truth. Okay, let's say that I didn't just get demonetized this week. By the way, I'll cry about it in a minute. But let's say I didn't just get demonetized, and I see, I don't know, Sin comes in and super chats me, and then I see Sin super chats somebody that I don't like, and I publicly go complain about it. I would feel embarrassed because that makes me. I think that makes me look like a greedy bitch. If Sin has $10 for me, why can't she have $10 for you? Or 100, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I just think that makes you look greedy. And I don't know who it was, so I'm not directing it at them. Whoever you are, apparently you're a greedy bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that towards the person. What's up, DDD again? P Pookie T and Linky Tor. Good to see you. Hi, Black Dahlia presents. Yeah, it took me long enough. I had issues. But moving right along. So yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead. Were you gonna talk about, more about, your situation?
I can. Here's the thing. I feel bad because so my channel has been being demonetized twice. And listen, dude, I gotta work. I don't have any sort of big conglomerate going on here. There's not a bunch of, money coming in my channel. I don't have big chats and big fights. So if somebody sends me $10, dude, that's like amazing. That's awesome, right? Um, but if when I get demonetized, it's basically like, oh, cool. There's another crappy thing that happened. Awesome. You know, uh,
Yeah.
like that's kind of all it is. Cause I happen to have memberships on my channel now. And, maybe that's not such a great idea if you're not somebody that goes live all the time with a rage boner. You have to be like constantly in an argument, like having a lot of people in your chat pulling in money for Google to actually, and I could talk about this, but it's really boring. For Google to actually think you're worth anything. And so what they're saying is you're worthless because the advertisers don't want to bid on these bucket of channels that don't go live on a regular basis and they don't bring in a lot of money. And
Right.
so when I saw it, it was very early in the morning and I thought, damn it. And I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? I have members now. So I better let them know in case they paid because I don't get the money. Google keeps it or they hold it or whatever. So I made a community post and people on the community post were like, I'm so sorry. Why is YouTube doing this to you? It, but I could have gone live and just been like, oh my God, another thing has happened. I had a fever like 2 months ago, and now, like, I probably could have milked it. I probably could have begged, but like,
I
dude,
would have laughed at you.
is that
Even if
it?
you had been really crying, I would have laughed at you.
But is that? Here's the problem. I I can't really say that people shouldn't do that. I can say that I know for me, that is humiliating.
Yeah.
That is absolutely unbearably humiliating. Like, oh my God, I'm not getting $5 this month. What am I going to do? But I do understand that other people make quite a bit of money on YouTube. And so it is more profitable for them and it is more painful if they get demonetized. And so I totally have sympathy for anybody that's reliant on that money and they get demonetized. I'm not taking away from that. But for me, no. Mm-mm. I don't want PayPals. I don't want any of that stuff. Everybody's going through the gigs. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? On my channel, yeah, sure, but I'm not, girl. Yeah, that was like a big thing for me. So I don't want anybody to feel like it's a hardship because for me, it isn't. But I could have made it one. I
Yeah.
could have made it one. And the problem is, I think most of the people who actually come into my chats would have been like, uh, you're freaking lying right now. Like, you obviously are just being an e-beggar. Like, because they know better.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with it. You could
No,
not.
they know better. And I'm not saying it doesn't suck because it kind of does. But what are you going to do? You know, uh, make your audience pay for the fact that you weren't good enough for Google's money? No. So what I was hoping is if they paid, just know I didn't turn it off. Google did. Get your money back, or we'll see if I restart it, if I ever monetize again. That's all. It wasn't a big deal, but we can make it a big deal. What's wrong with my channel is I don't go live enough and I don't get enough super chat. I don't get enough. And all of it's funny because my AdSense is always green. Like if you've ever seen anybody show screen share and you see they're yellow, like if they drop constant F bombs, you'll see all of their live streams or videos are yellow. Mine are almost all green. But so I get better ads, the problem is those better ads cost more money. They don't want to pay for a crop. They don't want to pay for a channel that doesn't go live enough, if that makes sense. So if you go dormant, you have run the risk of getting demonetized.
Right.
Well, thanks, Ira Rising. Yeah, that's the other thing. Now, I promise you, I'm not fishing for any compliments. It's just not that big of a deal, I don't think. But it is for some people, and I get it. Some people actually can earn a real living on YouTube. In this community, though, I don't see how anybody could rely on it. I just don't. Like AdSense?
That's a risk. I mean, you're taking a huge risk if you put yourself in a position to rely on YouTube to pay your bills.
Welcome back, Michelle. Mom of four sons, Lewis says, I work hard for my money. I'm not giving it here on YouTube. I help my kids before anyone else. Good.
And, something that Eritrea and I pay attention to a lot of economic information on YouTube. We don't just hang out in this community as much anymore. And we've been looking at the economic ramifications of this pandemic and some of the economic predictions. And I would say, you might want to use your money to buy something you need that is going to cost a whole lot more in the future.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what I've
political
been doing.
Or anything, but this ain't going away anytime soon. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to like reading this crap that's getting signed in DC. I don't know if anybody's actually reading the fine print, but yeah.
Yeah, just
if you're not, we could talk about it on my channel because I've been reading it. It ain't good. I know, Linky Tora. I know you don't. And you know what? No one's here. Look, I at least I'll speak for myself. I'm not here to say people should not be generous on YouTube. People should do whatever the hell they want with their money.
Yeah.
I look at it very carefully, and I have many times known that the person that someone was saying, this person's in trouble, they need money. No. I've given money anyway. I've done it, dude. Just because it made me feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And someone just sent me a PayPal. You need to stop. Okay,
Do
listen.
not drop her PayPal link
No,
during this stream.
Nobody has. But somebody just sent me a PayPal with laughing faces on it because, yeah. Okay, well, thank you. We will use it for a membership or something. It will go for the channel. Thank you. Oh my God.
Anyway, let's talk about the ways that other creators make these victim of words creators, like the creators that make victims out of other creators.
Sorry, I'm cracking up. I can't believe. Specifically, there's no. And then I get a PayPal. That's just, she's so funny. Okay, so let's talk about how people make other people victims of words. Okay.
Yeah.
Good segue.
Because I understand that people want to vent because of their experience with a creator. And I personally love to see abusive people be exposed.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. Okay. But the problem is that creators are profiting from your exposure. And then they get more people that feel sorry for them and blah, it's just like this endless cycle. Because, some of the creators that are exposing other creators, at one time they thought that creator was a victim too, and so what's happening is these creators are, crying, oh, I'm a victim of words. I'm being treated horribly. I've been through so much on here. Nobody's been through what I've been through, blah, blah, blah. And people are seeing them as victims all over again.
Hi, Miriam.
And so, it's like, oh, I love to see people be exposed, but that exposure, they're profiting from the exposure.
Yeah.
And so, it's made me think, like, what is the best way to expose someone if you want to, if you feel like, yep, no, there's things that I need to expose about their behavior on YouTube, not about anything in their real life. Don't go real life on people.
Yeah.
But how do you do it and not do it in a way that they actually profit from the exposure? And, I don't know if it's just creating one video where you just let it all out. You say everything that you've got to say. You refer people to that video in the future, and then you just quit talking about them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that seems less problematic, but you can also get into a situation, and I'm just saying based on recent activity, where someone will maybe not make a video, right? They'll do a live stream and they might bite into a bigger fish than they thought they were biting into. And that fish they bite into has stamina, man. And that stamina will take them a 6-hour stream every night for 2 damn weeks. And they'll be cracking drinks open, having 5 people on a panel. They'll be night swimming and gardening. And I mean, it's a whole damn cake gets thrown in to the oven and it comes out a shining mess. And then this person that's like, look, I just want to talk about what an asshat this person was to me and the evil things that they did to me on YouTube, gets into a fight that they can't finish.
Yeah, I don't think they expect it to go back and forth for 2 weeks. They just think that, well, I'm going to say this and, that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
But no, it's
not
like that.
And we saw people, I'm sorry, we saw people exposing screenshots for days and 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 days. And then more screenshots of this and private messages. And like after like the fourth or fifth time that you see that certain people have this sort of fortitude and stamina to keep going and going and going, it puts the person that's been quote wronged or feels hurt about something in a weird position, because at that point for me, I'm like, hey, you know what, you guys, you're gonna have to figure this crap out on your own, because I'm not doing that. I don't want to fight with them. It's not profitable, it's not worth my time. And I'm sorry, don't you guys all have better stuff to do? But no, you don't, because those streams have like 400, 500 people in them, and they'll go for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen people write stuff like, oh my God, I went grocery shopping, did my laundry, ironed, cleaned my house, came back, and you're still here. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm like, why? This could have been said in 10 freaking minutes, dude. And some of them are not even getting money. It's crazy. But other people
and what starts the back and forth streams for 2 weeks about the same subject is
craziness.
It's like, well, let's say the creator that wanted to expose another creator, they want the other creator to stop talking about them. And
that's a
we
problem.
all know that the best way to get someone to quit talking about you is to ignore them, because the victim of words creators, they know it too. You know, they know that if you ignore them, they are going to be forced to stop talking about you, because they're going to have to create some other drama, some other victimhood somewhere else to profit from. And so it really is true that if you ignore them, it is the best way to go, because reacting will not make someone quit talking about you, but your reaction can make them richer. Okay.
Well, and to play devil's advocate on this, when I've had this conversation privately, I've heard people say to me, that's not fair. They're bullies. They're bullying me because they get to say whatever they want to say about me, and I can't fight back. And I'm just going to tell you what my answer to that is. And you know what? It could bite me in the ass, whatever. I don't care anymore.
It probably will.
It always does, but here's the deal. You absolutely 100% are absolutely allowed to say whatever you want on YouTube. You can say whatever you want in response. But what you don't get to do is you don't get to say, but they're a bully because they're amoral and they play dirty. We already know they play dirty, you guys. We already know who plays dirty. You already know. Like, none of this is new. I don't see anybody in this community other than one poor MFer that I brought over here that I told never to come back. I don't see anybody over here that's new. Right? So we've been knowing, everybody's been around for at least 6 months now. You know what these guys do. And by guys, I mean women. So don't tell me that you didn't expect it, because you did. What in the hell's going on? Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people just need to think about the fact that the type of creator that profits from being a victim of words, they will never, ever quit talking about you. If they can profit from it, they're never going to stop.
They don't get bored of it because there's no boredom there, because the money is flowing. You know, if the money's flowing and if that's what the goal is, they won't get tired of it. Some people will get tired of it even when the money's flowing in, and you guys know who those people are. You guys know who those people are.
And I am not, call me petty if you want to, but I am not going to make someone richer that talks bad about me. Sorry, no.
Well,
That's
that's
not
what,
going to happen.
yeah, no, I mean, there's been countless campaigns to not address people, and they fail. They always fail. And it is because it is the nature of the community that we're in. So I don't know why people keep asking for it, but God bless, good luck on that one. I don't know. And yes, that was sarcastic, but I don't mean to say, the name of the Lord in sarcasm. Lanky Tor says, I have a feeling a lot of creators need people to talk about them. That's absolutely true. Have you been in one of my streams lately? Probably not. Most people haven't. I don't give views. There's a reason. There's a reason. Nada's Kitchen says, that will never happen. They love to have people react to them. That's the whole plan. It's obvious. But I do think that sometimes people bite off more than they can chew. And I recognize it because that's when the shit gets real. That's when it gets really real. And I'm like, okay, they bit off more than they could chew. It's obvious. I've seen it. And we've been seeing it for a couple years now. I think we actually hit 2 years. I heard that. The potty mouth mama said, wait, so you're telling me we can ignore people on here? The more you know. Yes, the potty mouth mama. We can ignore people on here. Yes.
Yeah, I think that there are some people that are in denial about the toxic personality types that they're dealing with at times.
So all of us have at one point or another.
Yeah, they think that somehow they're going to straighten it all out. It's not going to get straightened out.
I love this comment, Captain Obvious. What? You mean starting a dumpster fire doesn't stop people from coming after people? That's my favorite thing ever. The good old dumpster fire tactic. Yeah. Rebecca John channel is great resource for dealing with narcissists, as Black Dahlia presents. Good to know. Sorry, I'm probably missing comments. Oh, the potty mouth mama says 5 years, 2 months, and 6 days. Okay, she's keeping track of how long she's been around.
Yeah, I mean,
But listen, how long is your response going to be? My response, if I'm super pissed, is going to be like 4 minutes, dude. But someone else's response could be an 8-hour stream. Okay, I turned a stream on the other day. I wasn't feeling well, and I laid down. I turned the stream on, and I hate this. I fall asleep with the air conditioning blowing on me like an idiot. I fall asleep, and they're talking. I woke up literally 4 hours later. She was still talking about the same thing.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, I don't relate to that because I'm not long-winded. I'm pretty to the point. So I just don't think I could angry rant for that many hours. I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of tell too, because people drift off into another topic, or someone pops in the room, or they get a call, or this or that, or something happens, and then they have to re-engage that sort of like angry energy. It's just weird. Ira Rising says, every time I hear someone say, just stop talking about me, I roll my eyes, because that's not going to happen. It's not. Nope.
Maybe I want my name out of your mouth.
Yeah, spit it out. Spit it out.
Potty Mouth Mama thinks that some people, creators on here, wear Depends or perhaps utilize a cath during their streams.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What the? I just tried to turn. Oh, I think I tried to turn. What did I do? Oh, ow! I got it.
It's kind of like the Jodi Arias kind of thing, because didn't she like wear Depends so that she could get to that guy's house?
Okay, that's disgusting. And yes, I think she did, along with psychotic stashes of gasoline and But what does that tell you? I'm not diagnosing anybody on YouTube.
Blue Topaz thinks
Oh my
that there
God.
may be some creators who are actually sitting on a commode during their live streams.
Okay. Like yeah, like one
Like
that
a
you see in old
chair
folks' home. Hmm.
that looks
No
like a
offense.
chair, but it doubles as a commode.
Oh
That's what
my
I think
God.
she's saying. I'm not sure. I'm reading into it, I think.
That is so naughty on the porta potty. Um, Look at what Lakey Tor says. She says, PMM, remember the song by Alice in Chains, Angry Chair? I know that wasn't directed at me, but yes, I do. Nada's Kitchen says, or they take us with to the potty with them. Really? Oh, and they mute saying they have a call. I don't even think about that. You guys are so funny. Yeah, I have like an hour and a half of me usually for a live stream. No, that was the astronaut woman. Arius didn't. The astronaut woman? Oh my God, did I miss something? They said Jody peed at food restaurants. Black Dahlia says yes, she did. Also, the crazy stalker astronaut. Interesting. We have a debate about the case. I don't know.
Let's talk true crime.
Let's God, let's not.
So yeah, it might.
The potty mouth mama says, I swear I'm on for 30 minutes. I think I got to end this before I
I don't think you read that all the way out so everybody could hear it because you were laughing.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but thanks for making me. I swear, the potty mouth mama says, I swear I'm on for 30 minutes and think, I got to end this before I piss myself. Let's see. Captain Obvious agrees with Blue Topaz. I think about the commode, maybe. You guys are really making me have to go to the bathroom.
I know.
And I barely grabbed a bottle of water because I had to scramble to get this. Yeah.
But unlike the Potty Mouth Mama, we can go at least an hour
sort of thing, but yeah,
without having to go to the bathroom.
Point, yeah. No, to the point, I think that Captain Obvious says, I made my hubby put a potty on the boat. That's a good idea because you're surrounded by water. Oh, interesting. Look at that one. Amy Jane. Some creators may or may not take drugs that make you that give you dry mouth and limit their need to pee. I didn't even think about that.
Amy Jane, that answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, Amy Jane said, I didn't think about that. I don't know what drugs make you not have to.
I don't either, but
dude,
you know,
can I
it's
just
a possibility.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's summertime. We should be pounding water, unless you're getting ready to get in a pool or something. Then maybe, don't drink too soon before the pool. Don't need any pool accidents. You guys are too much, but I love it so much.
So should we do the kudos now?
How long did we make these poor people wait before we went live? About 45 minutes. Yes. I want to apologize for that because that was uncalled for. I would blame it on Microsoft. Fault. Well, part of it was because I was trying to do something different. I was trying to host this remote. And then when it just wasn't working because of the update with StreamYard, I was like, you know what? I'll just go back to the computer. And then Windows was in the middle of an update. It overheated. It's a whole thing. So it is partially my fault. I should have been more prepared. So I do apologize. Yes, some medications can inhibit the use of the bathroom. I did not know that. I have not done enough dope in my life. I'm going to stick with weed. The Potty Mouth Mama says there's a community tab pull for someone. How many times do you piss during your 8-hour live streams? Dude, I can last an hour and a half and then I gotta end it. So yeah, just on that note, my 2 cents is that, I don't think I could go at anybody without expecting somebody to be coming back, but that's that. So let's talk about the happy stuff. Yay! We saved you money. Okay, we saved you money, except for my friend that PayPal me. I think she's trolling me, and I love her so much. Um, and then, uh, but yeah, kudos. So we have some kudos this week. Positive
Yeah.
things in the community.
Um, yeah, we always try to point out, like, if somebody makes a really good point, or if they say something
Yes.
positive, or they do something positive. And I actually have two this week. We have two, but one of them I actually didn't run by you. So it'll be a surprise for you. You ready? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I was muted. I was looking at comments. Okay, I don't know what any of this means, but I know you're going to explain it. And Michelle said, I just want to point this out real quick to close it up. If you can go with 8 hours without peeing, you probably should drink more water. And Captain Obvious says weed only dries out the mouth. Also, Winky Whisper says, wait before you go. You need to answer the original question someone asked about can they make money off the words used against them? Yeah, they do it all day, every day. Some people. Of course. Is that the question?
The potty mouth mama said that you were muted because you were peeing. I'm just
No, I was
saying.
vaping.
Oh, you're muting while you vape. That's so considerate.
I have been. Listen, I have been ever since I got the anti kudos. Ever since
Yeah.
I got crapped on my own co channel. Okay, and I
Yep.
took it and applied it. I'm trying.
Yep, because that was one of our kudos. Was someone, a makeup mobster, brought up the fact that vaping during a stream is rude. So Eritrea is taking that into consideration.
Yeah, no, I can hold it. I'm not that old yet. I'm getting there. But there was a question. Let's see, where is it? Winky Whisper said we didn't. Are you can they make money? Yeah. I know she knows the answer to that question, so I think I'm not reading it right. Should we do the kudos and circle back?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that's what we've said, is that people are making money from being a victim of words. So I think
And
we've
thank you,
answered that
Michelle.
question. So the kudos is okay. I watched a stream. It's Randy's Life, okay, and I was
Okay.
watching that stream, and they're drama, but it's part of this conglomerate community that we're in. And I didn't even know what they were talking about, okay, because I don't know drama community stuff. But there was an argument on there, and several people on the panel, and this person, I don't even know if people like this person. This person may be like not well liked. I don't care. And her name was the Shannon 681 or something like that. And they're talking about all of these arguments that they've had back and forth. I mean, the drama community has been here a lot longer than this Chris Watts true crime community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they have this long history of going back and forth and arguing about all kinds of stuff and going real life on each other and all that. And and the Shannon said, nobody wins on YouTube ever. It doesn't matter if you're right, if you're wrong, you will never win on YouTube.
Well,
And it made me
depends on
think
your
about,
definition of winning, to be honest. But I'm sorry, go
well,
ahead.
you're never going to win the argument. It's always going to go back and
Yeah,
forth and
that's
back
true.
and forth. And they were proving it because it's years later. I
Yeah.
mean, some of the stuff they were talking about was, I don't know, 3 years old. And it's still not resolved, because it's not going to be resolved, because no one's ever going to win.
And no one can ever just agree to disagree for the most part. It's just not a grown up reflection of society. And our society is not grown up. And this is a reflection of society. And that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
But if your definition of winning is something like that we've talked about in this very stream, come on, let's get real. some people are winning. But the definition for a normal person of winning, yeah, I would, or a person, a non. How do I say this? A non-psychotic, uh, a person that hates to argue. I should say that. If you hate to
Right.
argue, you're never going to win. Yeah, that I would totally agree.
That's
Yeah,
a good way to put it. Yeah.
yeah, I shouldn't.
So kudos to
So
Shannon
kudos to
681
Shannon.
for
Thank you
making a
so much.
really great point. I know
Yeah.
I know what she said is really basic, but I don't know, it just struck me as like, yeah, like what's the point of all this back and forth? Like
Right,
nobody's
because the
ever going to win.
arguments, you can't quantify the arguments with facts. They're about feelings. And when you're talking
Right.
about emotions, you're talking about opinions. And you're not talking about facts. If you were debating facts, then you could have an intellectual argument. So, yeah, she's absolutely right,
Right.
in my opinion. Next on the docket.
The other kudos is to Jenna Moon because she says that she's a true crime creator. She's
Okay.
new. She's had some drama on her channel, but she actually has been doing true crime streams.
Mm-hmm.
She is someone that says she does true crime and then she does it.
What?
So,
that exists?
It does. So yeah,
Get
I have to
here.
give her kudos for that.
Yes.
And it
yes,
was a
for
really
sure.
interesting case. I
Okay.
checked in on her stream, and it was a really interesting case that she talked about that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I heard
enjoyed
part
it.
of her stream too the other day. I can't remember which one it was, and I don't remember the case, but it's because of me. It wasn't because of her content at all. So yeah, good job, Jenna Moon. Yay! Somebody who's claiming the true crime space, doing true crime. That's fantastic.
Yep.
In our opinion.
In our opinion. And that's all I have for kudos this week.
I thought you had another one. Was that it?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, cool. Well, listen. Thank you to my friend. Speak Truth with Love will never see a dime of this money.
Nope.
I think I got this for my Academy Award winning fake crying.
I don't want your dirty money, okay?
Well, but we have used it. Like, I just should say this real quick. We have used money that we got in donations for like memberships and stuff, so we could support people that were supporting us. Yes. I got to say that times are really screwy right now, and so I hope nobody is offended if that was discontinued because, yeah.
Well, and it helps us, if we're members of another channel, it just helps, us
support and watch.
Yeah, like when they put their streams on members only,
yeah,
we're able to tune in. So
yeah, and a lot of people here are members on a variety of channels, and if there's a members only post, we might not see it. So I really do try to do that, but so yes, thank you, Nex. Thank you so much, and thank you to the people who actually wait a minute. British Chippy says, wait, what? Hi, British Chippy. I said on my stream that it's all just bullocks. I don't get kudos. I didn't know you had a stream. But she says she also likes gentlemen. So thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with my my lateness. That was ridiculous.
British Chippy, I'll make sure that I am subscribed to you. I didn't realize that you stream. And thanks for being here. But yeah, I'm going to have to get off of here. So thank you to the lurkers and mods and chatters. Thanks a lot.
And if you guys have, you can go ahead and disconnect. I'll close out. Thank you. Speak Truth with Love.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. I'll just briefly say that if you guys, look, I saw some comments. People were saying there's a lot of topics. I saw one comment, okay? I don't get a lot of traffic on my community posts, but I saw a comment saying so many topics. There might be things that we don't see or that we don't notice. So if you think that something's going on that we should talk about, go ahead and chime it in. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section on the channel. You can leave it on this live stream. You can leave it on a previous one. We'll see the comment. We see all the comments as long as there's no profanity or held words, things like that. We see them or links. So leave it in a comment, or you can email us. It's in the About Me section of the channel. It's lurkerslogic@gmail.com. That's lurkerslogic@gmail.com. No apostrophe between the whatever, the R and S on lurkers. So that being said, thank you so much for a beautiful stream. I hope everybody knows that we are just here to talk about these concepts in the community. And if you disagree with us, please go ahead and leave your love and hate down in the comments. And thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys soon. Good night, everybody.